I just watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, and this is my spoiler review for the film. Now, once more, I'm a huge fan of the original two films, so this was one of my most anticipated films for the year, and there was a lot that I liked about it, but one twist in the third act had me feeling mixed. So once more, spoilers begin now, you've been warned. I gotta start off by saying, why was Ray evil and why did they kill him? Like, as a huge fan of the original films, I just never saw Ray doing this. And I think the first red flag was him and Julie not being together. Like, Julie and Ray had real chemistry in the original films, especially that second film, and I just could not believe that they were married and they divorced. So that was the first red flag. I was like, who didn't work out with who? And then we got to see more of Julie, and I was like, this was definitely Ray's doing. Like, either he cheated or something, but no, he's a psychopath. So first, for some backstory if you haven't seen the film. So these 5 friends are driving, and I liked this twist that they don't run over a person, but instead one of their drunk friends is in the middle of the street, which causes a car to come and crash, which ultimately leads to his death. Now, as we later find out, this was Stevie's boyfriend or companion. And I think that's another part that I didn't understand. Like, Stevie, she was there as well, and I know that she didn't know it was her boyfriend, but like, if she found out later, why didn't she go to the police then? Instead, she takes Ray's advice, and both of them go on a hunting spree. Now, later on, Ray actually shoots Stevie, but he lets us know that he didn't actually kill her, so they maybe weren't real bullets. So Stevie may return in the next sequel. And there will be a next sequel if you saw the mid-credit scene, where we finally see Brandy in the film, and I was so excited to see her return. But anyways, that's for a little bit later. So then we find out Ray is a psychopath and he's been helping Stevie, and Julie figures it out too, so then she comes over, and I was so sad, but it needed to happen because Ray wasn't Ray anymore. And he dies. I think this was just so unexpected, especially considering who Ray is and what he stood for in the original films. Now we move into the end credits scene where Julie visits Carla. And it looks like Julie got a letter, which means that they're not out of the woods anymore. So they will definitely return in a sequel, which I'm so excited for. Now, something else that I also really liked and didn't expect was that we actually saw Helen Shivers back in this film. Now, this was a dream sequence that Madeline Klein's character was having, and we all knew that just because we know that she's dead. But still, it was really nice seeing her once more, and she embodied the character so well. Which is another thing, I feel like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt embodied their characters so well, but Freddie Prinze Jr. just didn't feel like Ray. And I blame that on the writers who just completely ruined his character. Anyways, like I said, I really did like the movie. So let me know down below if you'll be seeing I Know What You Did Last Summer in theaters.